Okay, first question that came in on the live feature on Autism Live. My question, which I've asked to all of our doctors and therapists and remains unanswered, is why is my child talking, reacting, responding with opposites nearly all the time? I have heard of PDA and avoidance of demands, but it is not even about demands. Even if she suggests something, she will change her mind and say the opposite, even though she means the first thing. For example, she will ask to go to the bedroom, but mean the living room and actually walk to the living room while saying bedroom. She knows the right names for each room, but she will get aggressive and make sure you repeat the wrong word and then go. Sometimes, even when you do what she wants, even if it's the opposite, she will get mad and drop on the floor. And we have meltdowns happening every day. So we're sending some love to that caregiver.
Yes.
But what do you got in your magic bag of tricks, Evelyn?
Well, since I don't know her and I haven't seen her, I can only.
Well, thank you. That I forgot to give the disclaimer, and it's so nice of you to remind me that while Evelyn is a true expert in the field of autism, there is no expert that could give individual specific advice in this format. Not even Evelyn, as fabulous and sparkly as she is, it wouldn't be fair to the individual. So thank you for reminding me that, and sorry for interrupting you. Now you can go.
No, that's an important fact because there's so many things in play. I think in general, we talk about BCBAs coming in and doing a functional assessment and really see the functional behavior. By listening to all the different examples you give, there can be a number of things going on. Some of it is related to symptomology of autism, which is just being able to have some kind of self-control, and sometimes vocal inhibition is difficult. So like if you teach bedroom and kitchen and living room together, the first word if they are going to a room, they might just bring up the first word that comes into their brain in that category. So they're like, yeah, I'm going to the kitchen, and they're walking into the living room. In their brain, they might be thinking, yeah, I am going to the kitchen. Or, but it's just that if they have it sorted in some way where it's like all the rooms of the house are in one place, they might just say whatever category that first came in. And there's a lot of things to do for it, like teaching them to stop, think, and then say. That itself is a lesson that everybody needs to learn. And, just like I need to stop and think and then say it, it requires a lot of like inhibition and learning how to vocal inhibition. So not to just stop talking, but to stop, think about the word. Is it the right word? It's the right word. Now I say it. That's a skill in itself that needs to be learned. But then the other part that you described about like, saying one, and then if you try to correct her, where she has a meltdown, there's a number of things that could be in play. One can be like, this is a consistent interaction between me and you. So whatever you say, I'm going to say the other. And that's just the rule I've decided and how I interact with you. Or it can also be just doesn't want to be wrong. And so many of our kids, if your world is very black and white, if you're either right or wrong only, life is really, really hard because you're never getting better. You're either going to get punished because you're failing, or you're getting rewarded because you're right. And even if like we tell our kids like this, no one is perfect. Everyone misspeaks, all of this. If that gray, the language isn't existing for all of that information, in their minds, they were either right or they were wrong. And that becomes a whole issue in itself about like flexible thinking and flexible thought and flexible language. There's just a lot of things that could be in play in that whole interaction.
So first thing would be to be working with a BCBA who's trying to get to the function of the behavior, because you're going to be much more effective, because each one of those three things that you brought up, you would kind of go at them in a different way. Is that right, Evelyn?
Very different. Your teaching for each of those things is very, very different. And it could be multiply controlled or multiple function controlled, meaning in some situation it is because she just wants to be right. And in other situations, it is like, this is how I get your attention. And then there is just the skill acquisition portion of being able to stop and think and then say what you really mean.
Yeah. And I'm OCD girl, so I'm gonna throw in there that to expand on what you were saying about, this ritual that we do, that I say it, you say it, and this is what we do. And even, I know a lot of people don't like the Big Bang Theory, but many people do. But there's that thing that Sheldon does when he goes to a door, he has to knock 3 times. And doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong or upsetting somebody or that he knows he's not supposed to, the running gag is that he'll find a way to do it because he simply must. And he's a very intelligent guy, knows that in some instances it's not appropriate, but it's a compulsion, and heaven knows I have a couple of those. So I really want to send hugs to this mom, but say really important that you be working with a professional.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.